And here we go again. TKR versus Guyana Amazon Warriors. CPL Final 2025. Very, very interesting, my people. We're going to talk a little bit about how things went in the game last night. We saw TKR getting the better of the defending champion St Lucia Kings. We're also going to be taking a look at our all-format coach Darren Sammy, saying that we find ourselves in a situation right now where our seamers, they can be successful anywhere. So he's expecting them to play a big part as we take on India pretty soon. Usually when we play India over in their part of the world, you would expect that spin would dominate. But Coach Sammy is backing his seamers to do an excellent job. So, gonna take a look at that. Let's give a listening ear, my people. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, this is the place for you. Hit that subscribe button and remember to turn on that post notification bell. All right, so let's just take a quick recap of how things went last night. So St. Lucia Kings, they won the toss and they asked TKR to bat first. TKR put on what I personally thought was would be a winning score. 194, right? 194 for 4. When I was watching the game, I was saying to myself that St. Lucia, TKR, they have the bowling to defend anything over 170, 175, if everything goes well for them, right? Especially that final over there from Andre Russell, batting, right? Batting wise, Russell did pretty well. I think that really shifted the momentum. Up to that point, St. Lucia Kings, they were still hanging around. They were still doing well. But when Russell took down the captain, the St. Lucia captain, in the final over, that basically gave TKR all the momentum, pushed them up to 194. So let's just go through this scorecard real quick. So player of the match was Nicholas Pooran. He started off extremely well. He went in early. Colin Monroe was removed quite early, my people. Pooran went in, and even though he eventually fell to Raston Chase, who has secured him 7 times in T20 cricket, Pooran, he did a good amount of damage before he was removed. He made 50 from 32. Yeah, man, playing some exquisite shots. The Nicholas Pooran that we all like to see when he's in full flow. Did pretty well. So Colin Monroe, he made 6. Pooran got that 58 from 50 from 32. Right, Pooran 50 from 32. Alex Hales, he carried his bat. It was a slow, labored innings, though. He got 58 from 44 with 4 sixes and 2 fours. Pollard once again injecting some pace into things. He started off a bit slow and then he took them on, my people. He got 35 from 26. Shamsi, he took on Shamsi and gave him a nice little T20 lesson. 35 from 26 with 4 sixes. Andre Russell, he was run out. I think it was the last ball. He got 28 from 12. 3 sixes and 1 4. Russell finally teeing off for TKR. Carey Pierre 1 for 24 from 3. Mills, he bowled 4 overs for 31. Raston Chase 1 for 16 from 3. Economical as per usual. Alzari Joseph 1 for 36 from his 4. David Visa, he bowled 2 overs for 42 runs. That final over there, Russell taking him apart. Shamsi 4 overs for his 36 runs. Now, when it was time for St. Lucia Kings to bat, they actually looked good because Tim Cypher looked as if he was going to create some damage. I mean, he ended up getting 57 from 40, but unfortunately for him, his opening partner did not click. He didn't find it. Johnson Charles was eventually removed for 17 from 24 with 2 fours. Tim David was promoted up the order, similarly to what TKR did with Pollard. Right, he got 28 from 19 with 2 fours and 2 sixes. And after that, my people, it basically went downhill. Ogis didn't trouble the score. Raston Chase 16, Jones 12. Then we have couple of guys. The captain didn't score. Pierre was left not out, didn't score. Mills 6. Alzari not out, didn't score. I tell you, TKR, they really cleaned up in the back end there, my people. So 138 for 8. is all St. Lucia Kings were able to muster, right? Losing the game by 56 runs. So congratulations to TKR. Bowling for TKR, Russell started off well. First over, he went straight Yorker. Did pretty well. 3 overs, 17 runs. Nacho Valkar, he went for some runs, 4 overs, 41. Tim Cypher took a liking to him early. Sunil Narayan, stingy as usual. 3 overs, 18 runs, 4 wickets. Akil Hussain, 4 overs, 22 runs. Pollard picked up 1 wicket for his 4 runs from 1 over. Usman Tariq, 4 for 35 from his 4 overs. So TKR doing pretty well to take down the defending champions, I tell you. So once again, shout out to Captain Nicholas Puran and his TKR soldiers. Congratulations to them. And we are looking forward to how things will work. You know, it's always interesting when we have TKR going up against Guyana Amazon Warriors. So, you know, definitely looking forward to that. Now, before we get out of town, I'm going to talk a little bit about Darren Sammy. I was on the ESPN Cricket Info website, you know, and I see where Darren Sammy did an interview. He was not even an interview, you know, just have an article quoting some stuff that he said shortly after the test squad came out. So, you know, Sammy was letting it, was basically being clear that, listen, he backs the seam bowling attack, right? Because the seamers have been doing well. So this is Sammy, and I quote, "We have found ourselves in a position where our seam attack could operate in any conditions." Right? He said that 6 to 8 meter length works across the world. But in our fast bowling department, we have got 4 different guys who have their own variety. So he's saying that even though when you go elsewhere, it's expected that spin is what will dominate, we have the seam bowlers that can really adapt and basically make things work for us, is what he's saying. He went on to say that you have Shamar Joseph, who is very skiddy, Jaden, who has a strong front leg and can swing the ball both ways. Then you have Azari with the height and the bounce and could extract, right? And the bounce he could extract, right? So he says, so again, we take confidence in that, especially the way we have been bowling over the last year, is what he's saying. He went on to say the ability to take 20 wickets, because that's what you will need in India. If you can't take 20 wickets in India, you are on the back foot, and we have a bowling lineup that, especially from the seam department, that could take 20 wickets. And I agree, we can take 20 wickets. We showed that against Australia. But can we score what is required where the batting is concerned? That is the thing. Yeah, man, the batting is a department that we are all worried about, my people. Right? That is the department that we're all worried about. We know our guys can take 20 wickets. It's probably going to be a bit more difficult in India, especially if they set the pitch in a way where it's not too friendly for seamers. You know, but Sammy is saying that at the end, our seam bowlers, they have the ability, and they are different type of bowlers. So he's backing them to go there and get the job done. So let us see how it will work, my people. Big up on yourself and stay safe. Bless.